And there we go, baby. Woo! Alright, time to finally finish this thing off. It's about time I finish this off. It's been... God, when did I do the last one? It both doesn't feel like very long ago, but at the same time I'm like, no, it was a while ago now. Yeah, I think it was a pretty fucking while ago now. But guess it doesn't matter too much because we are here now. We are done. We are ready to go. And yeah, I'm just excited to finally finish this off after so long. Feels good to be here. Feels good to like finally be at this point because I'm like, I feel like I deserve it. I deserve to have this done and not like creeping around in the back corner. Let's switch over. Yippee! All right, Jamboree, it's time to finish this off. So, in terms of, I'm just moving some things around as well in terms of where I want to put some stuff. But I feel I'm very happy with the breakdown of boards and things like that. And I'm excited to kind of just, you know, do a little bit more of that today. For the most part, this was about the only change I wanted to make today was Neon Heights. I'm giving it that top tier status. I have cemented my feelings on it, I think, and I think it deserves to be up there, especially as like just a completely insane board in terms of what it's in terms of the mechanics that Mario Party 7 has, because I think it makes it a little bit I think it does work. I think it's the one board in the game where the actual like 5-turn Bowser mechanic actually like makes sense and works. So, and like Bowser has so many more options to like fuck with the chess on that board, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put that one up there. I like it quite a bit. And yeah, that's basically all there needs to be said about it, basically at that point. Oh wait, no, that one stays on there. There we go. I like it again. I didn't like rank like within the fucking things very much. Like Waluigi's Island is the only one that I'm like, yep, that's number one, baby. I love Waluigi's Island. That's always my favorite. That's always gonna be my favorite. I can't help it. But otherwise, like, I feel pretty solid about this list. Like, would I move much of anything at this point? Yeah, like, I could probably still, like, move a couple things either up or down, like, potentially. But I think for the most part, I feel pretty good about where the boards have lined up. I feel pretty confident with this list. And there's not much that I would want to change, and like if there are any changes, they're small stuff where it wouldn't matter, and like ranking them within the actual, like, you know, ranking them within here, like within each tier, is just like, it's apples to oranges. It's like I don't think I actively could be like, oh, like is Peach's birthday cake better than Womp's Dominion Ruins? Fucking, I don't know, man. Like, they're both the same energy. At that point, it doesn't matter. They have their own strengths and weaknesses. It really just does depend. But I feel pretty good about that, and I'm ready to finally set this in stone. Set this in stone, the last few boards, and be happy with what we have. So, we're just going to go straight into it then. So, I want to go right to the first board of this game, and right off the bat, let's change what we're listening to here a little bit. There we go. There you go. by the way, right off the bat, this theme fucking slaps. This is a good song. This is a good song. It's just like, it's the perfect vibe. So this is Mega Wiggler, what Mega Wiggler Garden or Tree? Mega Wiggler's Tree. No, that can't be right. Is that what it's called? Mega Wiggler's Tree? Did I just like forget that's what it's called? Oh, Tree Party. Mega Wiggler's Tree Party. Okay. That makes more sense. I was like, I don't know about that one, Chief. That feels strange to have that be the name if it was just tree, because I was like, there's no defining tree here. But okay, Tree Party, sure. We're in the forest, whatever. It's a Mario Party game. It's a first board, which means it's grass themed, baby. Yay! We will never stop doing that. It's a constant in life. You know that if you're gonna be playing a new Mario Party game, you're getting a grass board of some kind right off the bat. Here it is. So, how does Jamboree feel as a game? Well, before we actually jump into the board itself then, let's actually take a second and look at what like this game kind of has to offer. So I'm just fixing this real quick. There we go. It's a little bit easier. Okay, so Jamboree is like for me, Jamboree is kind of a mix of both Super Mario Party and Mario Party Superstars, because I mean this is like technically the sequel. Nintendo very specifically is like, this is a Super Mario Party sequel. It's Super Mario Party Jamboree. It's not just Mario Party whatever. So it's important to understand that this is like being built upon both those two games, right? And we you know, I talked everyone's ear off about how Super Mario Party makes you feel angry mostly now. And Superstars being like, oh, thank God, back to tried and true. And thankfully, Jamboree sits in that like tried and true. Wants to be there, wants to be classic Mario Party, and thank God it does. But it does hold on to some of the good things that Super Mario Party had, and I appreciate that a lot. I'm glad that they don't just like completely abandon it. We have some retweaks, some good things. First thing off with this game, first of all, it's got a million different modes. Not only just in like you know, different multiplayer things like Koopa-Athlon, Bowser, Kaboom Squad, like that kind of shit. You know, it's got all that. But like, even in party mode, right? We don't have team battles yet. That'll be on the Switch 2 update, which honestly, I don't know why it's just not in the regular game. Probably should have been, but whatever. The thing that I'm interested in at this point is the regular mode and pro mode being two things. Yeah, good shit. Inspired out of spite. That's the best way to make a video. That's the best way to make a video, Sajochi. You fucking do it. Hell yeah. Also, Mario Party. Yo, Dan. Good to see ya. So when we're talking about this game and when we talk about these boards, because again, like depending on whether you play, I'm about to go to sleep. What time is it for you right now? Oh, right. I guess it depends on your time zone. It's 2 p.m. for me. I'm so high right now. Wake up. Wake up, Dan. Dan, wake up. Dan, wake up. Dan. Dan, wake up. How much did you smoke? It's too late, Dan. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You'll have to get me. You'll have to get me next time I'm high on stream. You'll have to absolutely just like get me good, because it'll probably work. Holy shit. Yeah, so when we're okay, let me get on track here. If I'm talking about these boards, I can't go like, it's a lot of the strategies are the same between playing regular Mario Party and playing on pro rules, right? Whether you're party or pro. I'm not going to go into, again, we're not going to go into big detailed strategy shit. Like, we're just not doing that because goddamn, that's just too much. We're just talking about the boards and how they work in the game and rating them based on that. Okay, that's basically it, right? Positives about this game. First of all, we went from 4 boards in Super, 5 boards in Superstars, 7 boards in this game. Fucking yes. Yes. Finally, they actually put boards in this game. Oh my god, I'm so happy. It took like I can't believe that they were just like lacking on boards for so long. And it's like we got 5 brand new boards and 2 remakes. Like that's fucking sick. Mega Wiggler Tree Party, Roll'em Raceway, Rainbow Galleria, Goomba Lagoon, and Bowser's Keep. King Bowser's Keep. Those are all the new ones. Western Land and Rainbow Castle got remade. We'll see how they stack up. Spoiler alert, there's not really like a horrible board here. We're not gonna get a horrible board. This is just a good batch. This is generally speaking a good batch, but we'll break into each of these one by one and actually go. Second thing I want to bring up, by the way, spaces are about the same as you expect from Superstars, so nothing drastically different here, which is good. We didn't need a drastic change. Although bring Game Guy back. I want Game Guy. I think he's funny. But look at this item list. I don't know if you guys have actually like seen the item list of this game like all at once, but like fuck, that's nuts how many items there are. This is a stacked fucking list of items. And like, to be fair, not every item is available on every board, but the items that are typically like on each board are usually like really strong, or like they're there for very specific reasons. But I think most items can appear on basically every board. Like obviously you have like stage specific ones. Like the Chomp Call also just doesn't appear on Rainbow Castle because the star doesn't move. But like the train ticket, the markup sticker, the Wiggler Bell, like obviously those just have their specific spots. Oh, thank you for the hydration, Dan. So again, I'm not gonna go over each of these items because there's a fuck ton of them. There's a fuck ton of items here, okay? But I will bring up like specific like strategies to use with certain items, like just depending on the board. So just like keep that in mind. Obviously, I'll bring up like the board specific ones, but otherwise it's like, well, we're for the most part like there they all are. There's all the items. Cool, nice, great. They're awesome item list. Big fan of that. That's about it though. Going into it, other than that, we're basically ready to talk about the board. So let's just immediately jump into the first one, because again, we got our grass board. It's our grass board, guys. It's our number 1, which means we gotta have a grass board. Mega Wiggler's Tree Party. How do we feel about this starting off? Honestly, for our first board, pretty damn good. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's not crazy. It's not insane, but it is solid. Like anyone, like this is the board that you play with. I suggest this board if you're playing with people who have never touched a video game before in their lives, or just don't play video games often, or don't play Mario Party often. Like, this is good. This is as straightforward a board as it can get, with events that are just like either basically just like making a new path, like changing the main path, or losing a little bit of money or gaining a little bit of money. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice and straightforward, but there are still things to fuck around with on here, which is great. So let's look at this and just see. So right off the bat, the main like mechanic of the board is the big old wiggler, baby. And obviously it creates a shortcut going this way to the rest of the board. But if anyone either lands on the happening spaces with the bells around the board, or uses the Wiggler Bell item that you can buy, that will swap where Wiggler is. For whatever reason, the website had like the different boards for like all the other like variants that can like appear. For whatever reason, they didn't have Wigglers. I don't know why, but Wiggler basically is like this at the start of the game, but if you land on the happening, it changes and goes around and comes out here. So, and that cycle will just continue. It will just like do one or the other at all times. It's very straightforward at that point. You can also, the other thing about Wiggler I'll bring up, but it's honestly, it's not like anything like substantial, honestly, is that Wiggler has the chance every once in a while to get angry from the bells. Bells make mean noise. And his spaces in here change to like red spaces and unlucky spaces. Like, if he's angry like that, I mean, it doesn't usually last long anyway. And also, it's just like, just don't go there. Or just like make sure you have a high enough roll. Because it's not hard to roll high in this game, honestly. Items are plenty, which is great. Item shops are usually like placed really, really well on these boards. So it's usually pretty good to get items. And I mean, you have the lucky spaces too to get items. And just like, and the buddy system, the Jamboree buddy system. I haven't talked about that, but like that's, again, if I go into detail on that, it's just another fucking thing to go into. So we're not going to do that either. But other than that, other than the Wiggler event, like the main bit of the board, we also have like the Piranha Plants, which this is probably my favorite version of like the Piranha Plant event. Cause like there's always a Piranha Plant event in like one of these fucking games. Like most of the time they're in the grass level. The one time they're in booze level, they're in booze in Mario Party 8 as well. But even in that game, they're also in DK's level, which is the grass level. So, but like, it's what you expect. Like you see Piranha Plant, they're gonna take your stars. Or not stars, they're taking your coins. They're taking a few coins, right? And they do that here as well. But the thing I like about this board specifically is that the coin... The amount of coins they steal is based on how many times the space is landed on. So it starts low. I think it starts at 5 coins. And every time somebody lands on it, that coin count goes up because the flower gets bigger every time because it gets watered. So every time somebody lands on it, it becomes more dangerous. And the fact that there are 2 happening spaces for this event rather than just the standard one makes it like more threatening because more people are going to be landing on it more often. And making it more horrifying, especially because they do pop up like around where stars like spawn. So it could be a bastard of an event given enough time. If you're playing a longer game, yeah, they can definitely get up there. In a shorter game, nah, they're not gonna make like a big difference. It really isn't. But otherwise, it's like it's fine. You know, it is what it is. I enjoy it for like this is a good adaptation of the event, and it works better in longer games, not as good in shorter games, but I think it's a worthy trade-off, honestly. And then the only other event on this board is this honey event up here, which you basically just go up and a spike for what I don't know why spikes are beekeepers now, but they'll ask like, hey, pick one of the 3 honeycombs. You pick one of them is bad and bees will come and kill you. The other 2 are money though, and you get free money. There you go. Not bad. It's pretty decent. We like free money. If you're gonna land on it, then great. I mean, like, and there's the happening stars still exist in this game, so like, whether you're changing around where Wiggler is, or landing on the Piranha Plants, or landing on the honey hive, it's like, you know, you're making progress towards potentially having that star. Because the other thing about this game with its, I should mention with its bonus stars specifically, is that you can choose either to play this game with random bonus stars or to play them with classic bonus stars. Random bonus stars, actually, I wonder if it has the list of every bonus star available, because I would like to see them all, because I don't always know. Every game changes them, so it's always hard to say 100%. Let's see. All right, I know it's got to be in here. Chance time spaces are in this game. That thing's lying. I just read that. Did they change the name of it? No, they didn't. They're still here. I don't know why they said that. They don't exist on the pro maps though. I do know that. All right. Oh wait, this is specifically to pro. Oh, that makes sense. That's why it's talking about that. Got it. Where are the bonus stars? I like just trying to find bonus star information. Oh, here we go. All right, so yeah, Jamboree's got quite a bit. So obviously it's like we have minigame, event is here, item is here, use the most items, sightseer, whoever moved the most, shopping star, whoever bought the most, misfortune star, whoever landed on the most red spaces, slowpoke, whoever moved the least. What do we keep here? We kept, oh yeah, rich star, whoever got the most money. And finally, the Bowser Space star. That is in this game? They have a Bowser Space star? You never see that one. That's a rare one. Yeah, so that does confirm to me that Bowser Spaces do not count towards the misfortune. Misfortune is just... Yeah, it's just red spaces. It should be. I'm going to read it just to see. And it tracks red spaces and all. Oh, it does count on lucky spaces as well in that. Okay. That makes more sense. But yeah, so when you're doing classic stars, it's very straightforward. It's like, hey, we got our minigame, we got our coin, or not our coin now, it's rich. We have minigame, rich, and happening. Most of this, like if you're playing this game for strategy, it's like you're probably doing it, it's like you're probably playing classic so that you have like that determinable stars, like obviously, but like, you know, you can prep for all those stars as well, right? It's like with how many do we have here? We have 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 bonus stars. You can't account for everything. Like obviously, it's like you can't have both sightseer and slowpoke. If you have to go for one, I go for sightseer because movement is important in a Mario Party game. It's better if you get that. Slowpoke is really like, if the slowpoke star comes up, you're just a lucky bitch. Congratulations. And again, Bowser Space is not a great one to shoot for because he can steal stars in this game very easily. But, I mean, if you've landed on a bunch of Bowser Spaces and the game rewards you with a star at the end, at least you have that, even if he took 5 from you. Which can happen. Oh, I know that. I know that for sure. But, regardless, it's like, trying to build up your happening star or any of your bonus stars is always good on this board. And this board helps out a lot with like, especially with like the placement of like the item shops are great. Like it's always good when a board gives you both at least one item shop like right at the beginning of the board. Love when a board does that. Like lets people immediately start making like game plans and crazy decisions right away. Love that. Big fan. But also, like, with Jamboree specifically, they love having multiple different kinds of shops. So, now if you're looking for specific items, it's like you're looking to get to a specific shop. Which I love. It adds way more variety and way more, it adds more value to other parts of the board that might not, like, normally get much attention. Because it's like, if all the item shops are, like, the same, right? And you just want to like spam some items, like maybe I would just like, well, this isn't a very long track. I could just like keep going in here and keep getting the same items in here, right? If I want the items in there, then I can do that, right? But if there's specifically items in here that I might want that aren't over here, then it might be worth going over to the side of the board now. Not to mention Boo's over there. But to not make this one overpowered, because this one does have crazier items. Like this has like the steel star spaces, which are great on this board. They are so funny on this board. I always make sure to get some on this board because you love when you get a star from somebody. It's 100% worth it to go there. And like the nice thing, because again, this like rare items and then Boo is right there as well. But you can't loop this very easily. Like the fastest route back to this area is if Wiggler is back here. Like you got to go all the way through that just to get back to this shop. Now, one thing you can do though, is if you want to get like multiple things from this shop, hold on to a warp pipe, because you're most likely better off, like if you're going to the shop, you're probably landing like within this area and there's still like all the rest of the board to go through in order to get back to the shop if you really want something else there. But if you have a warp pipe already on you, buy a warp pipe at the main shop right away. do your thing and get to the shop, get whatever you wanted the first go. Whatever your turn ends, you're going to be in here, use the warp pipe, because there is a good chance that you are going to go ahead. You're going to be closer to getting back to here. Maybe even right before it. You very well could be. You might end up back here, but that's the warp pipe. The warp pipe can literally bring you to any space. But you have way better odds to be closer than further away. So I usually say it's like having a warp pipe on this board is pretty good. And I think most of the boards, like warp pipe is just a funny item to have. You can't bet on it 100%, but if you're not in a great spot anyway, use a warp pipe. And it's kind of nice because most of the warp items like in the series usually are like warping with another player. So you're usually putting somebody else in your spot, which sometimes is a good thing. This game still has that with the swap mirror, which is fantastic. I love that we still have that option, but it's not necessarily as strong as like in every scenario. You don't always want your opponent to be like where you are currently. Sometimes you just want to get to somebody else, or sometimes you just want to get somebody somewhere else in general, because they have 3 different swap items. You have the swap mirror, the warp pipe, and the fucking box. And the box brings you to a random person, the mirror swaps you with a random person, and the pipe can just warp you literally anywhere. That's every single variable is great to have there. I would go with the pipe more generally speaking, because it's cheaper and it's funnier. I just think it's funnier. And the fact that you're not restricted to like where everyone else is usually ideal. If you want to swap with people or like get to a specific player's spot, usually boards will have access to like the rarer items, like the ones like the super swap mirror. Yeah, there's the warp box, but there's like the super swap mirror, which is like way better, so you actually pick the person you swap with. There's not an equivalent of that for the warp box. It's just like warp box is the warp box. I don't find using the warp box is super great all the time, but I mean, if you're in the scenario where it might be useful, then like great. But like warp pipe is the main point I'm trying to make here. But otherwise on this board, like if you want like some good old like, if you want some tips and tricks, I gotcha, right? Like I said, I really like to use the star steel spaces on this board because it's funny, you know? Especially if you're playing longer games, because they get way more value at that point, right? And again, if you use my strategy, you can probably get quite a few of them. And one of the best spots to put them is in this path, right? All in here, because they can be put on any space in this game. The steel star, like, because these steel spaces are I think they're traps in this game. They're the hexes from DS. They're basically just the hexes, but they can be placed on any space because they just like both events can coexist at the same time. So you can make like a space both like you're like, oh, that's a blue space normally, but now we're just gonna make that a bad star space. But you can also like be like, hey, double fuck you, I'm gonna put them on the piranha plants, get extra fucked. But that's perfect because now you're not like restricted to just like red and blue spaces to put these traps on. So like every space in this line right here is free real estate, baby. It's free real estate. It's real estate. Free real estate. So use that to your advantage. Make an absolute fuckery of a line here, because eventually you will have to go through here. Every character, like this board does like go in a circle, that you will have to end up in this path at some point. You cannot avoid it unless you're warp piping around. The only part of it that you can avoid is if the wiggler is in the other position, like it comes out right here, right? So that means that just these 5 spaces are absolutely mandatory no matter what. So if you're gonna put star steel spaces down, these are probably your best bets first. If you want to be really funny, I think it's great to always put it on either the mushroom or the lucky space, the item space or the lucky space, because it's like, you know, it sucks for them that they lose the star, but you know what, it's okay. You can soften the blow, be like, hey guys, well, at least you got 7 coins, or hey, at least you got a mushroom. Like fair trade, right? And that's how you stop having friends. But again, with these like steel like spaces, whether it's the coins or the stars, before junctions is always your best bet. You never want to put them after a junction, typically, because you don't want to give a player the choice to not land on it. It's always better to have them in like a valuable spot, which is also why like this right here is also a great set for them, because again, whether you're, you know, going like around the board normally and getting back into that main path, or if you want to do like the loop for the main shop, like putting them around the shop is always a good thing, whether it's coins or the stars. Coins are really good before the shops because you can stop people from buying items potentially, but obviously the stars are the most valuable ones, and like you get 2 of them when you buy them at the shop, so it's like just stock up, put them around here first, and then the other parts of the board, I mean, yeah, you can put them in most other spots. Like again, like right before junctions is always nice. If you want to be funny, you could put it on the wiggler to hopefully have somebody not want to actively go and use that shortcut, because it does cut out a huge chunk of the board regardless of where you're going. Now, I will say, one of the things I do say about this board in particular is the wiggler's not very, it's not weighted properly, because like this, when wiggler's in this position, skipping all this isn't a big deal. Like the only like real event you're missing is like you're skipping the piranha plant, which is great. You don't usually want the piranha plant. You skip a Bowser. You don't have to deal with Bowser in this situation either. Otherwise, it's like you're missing what? A few lucky spaces. You're missing an item space. You're not missing a whole lot. So, and to cut out what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. To cut out 12 spaces, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I count that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 13 spaces that way, 4, 5, 6, 7 that way. So you count it, so you lose out on 6 spaces. So it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. And like Wiggler has, again, half of Wiggler is just lucky spaces anyway. So unless he's angry, but again, nah. But when he's going the other way, it's not nearly as valuable, because again, you're missing out on this event. You're missing out on the other item shop. You're missing out on Boo. Yeah, you miss, you know, you skip a Bowser, but so does the one over here. You know, it's like, it's nice that it skips a Bowser. And this is a shortcut to get back to like the main shop. If you're taking that way, if you want to get back to this shop, then it's great, because then it's only 5, 6. It's only just over 10 spaces back to the main item shop. So that is nice, but like you're missing out on the other item shop and the Boo. And this, technically, if you're taking the upper path. It's just not worth it. Speaking of these paths, by the way, speaking of like this section of the board, it's like, it's fine. Like this is 3 spaces longer, the top section, like up here. Honestly, it's like you're probably not even considering too much of like which way you're going when it comes to these junctions, unless it's just like where the star is, because like stars can spawn here, stars spawn here, stars spawn here, right? It's like because of that specifically. Or if you just want to like land on the happening, which is good. Like it's only 3 spaces, so it's not a major deal which way you go. Like it's like if you want to go a little faster, you're gonna go this way probably. If you're in a rush, obviously, at that point. But I never feel like I'm in a super rush in this game, which is kind of nice. But it's not like this route isn't like game changing, you know? It's not like, it's like, yeah, I could get some coins, and like other than stars being up there, it's like, it's nice if you land on it, but there's no real event on this board that is like game changing, right? It's stuff like the items that you use, or Boo that's on every board. It's like, those are the things that like make the game more interesting here. But it's a safe board. It's a great starter board. Like that's why I say this is a really good one if you like are playing with people who have never played before. It's a good one to go with. I really like this one. It's one of my favorites for like starter boards. I'm gonna put in good time all around. I think it's a very solid board. Definitely cannot complain with this one. Yeah, you have a lot of fun here. You have a lot of fun with this one. Okay, let's leave this one now. And because that's what I mean, we also went on like more tangent with this one because we had to do other stuff. It has the home stretch, but not the normal one. Oh, wait, no, there's the normal one. Because now we get to do this fun board. My board. I fucking turned into Whiplash for a second. I've been watching too much Iron Man 2 this year. God. All right, we got Roll'em Raceway. The cars are back. No, it's okay. The cars are fine. The cars are fine on this one. They're fine. Which is the word of the day when it comes to this board. This board is fine. Yay. Yeah. So what are we looking at here? What's our gimmick on Roll'em Raceway? Well, Star doesn't move here. Star does technically no. Star does move here. But the Star only has 2 positions on this board. Star spawn here, Star spawn here. Only one at a time though. When one is bought, the other one gets moved. If you use a Chomp Call, it gets moved. Pretty straightforward. That's how the board works though. Yeah, it's fun. It's a solid enough time on this one. It's very solid. Like, that idea is very funny, and this board really incentivizes movement. This is a board that is like really big on your movement. Because once you're like, because this it's a racetrack, right? It's like once you're past the Star, it's like you got to go through the entire map to get back to that Star, right? So you're rushing at that point to get there. So, you know, double dice, triple dice, the turbo dice in this one, you know, the four dice, although that one gotta be careful with, because you can't do events when you use that dice. So you gotta be very particular when you use that one. It's a fun board, but because of that, like, it's one of the things that makes like a Mario Party board like really interesting is just like is the level of choice that you have like as a player, the agency that the board gives you. And this board doesn't have it a lot. Like, obviously we have like a couple junctions, but like this is kind of just a circle map. It is just kind of a circle. Like, yeah, they have 2 split paths with slightly different like things on each or reasons to take either. Mostly up here, it's mostly just because of the Star. It's mostly just the Star that matters. And they do have like a couple things that like do make it more interesting, and maybe on like a longer like game, it definitely like hits harder, but like it's not bad. It's not, I can't state this enough. It's not a bad board, but I like my boards with a little bit more choice. But let's look at the good things here. Let's look at all the good things, because there are a lot of like things to go over with this board. So right off the bat, like, we are in cars, lovely. And again, speed is the game. Name of the game's name of the game. Let's go. We want to go fast. We want to go fucking fast. So we have the board is actually kind of, it's funny. You can split this board like right in half and get like an idea of like what each side of the board kind of does. But the main gimmick of this board, other than, you know, the cars and the stars swapping, is also the spaces swapping potentially as well. With this happening space right here, this swaps basically a set of both blue spaces and happenings, but also it swaps the shop on this board. So when you land on it, you can see like the difference of spaces when we do this, right? When we're on the normal part of the board, the happenings, these happenings send you here. If you land on here, it sends you back to start. And here brings you here. Very straightforward at that point. Very, very straightforward. Okay? Now, if we switch with this, all of these happenings are now reversed. So now, if you land on here, you're going backwards. Same with here, you're going backwards. And this one brings you up to here, which is really cool. And again, the shop changes, slightly different items. It's a cool thing to see. Here's my problem with this though. This is the only this is like, this board would be way fucking cooler and way fucking more fun if it wasn't time limited. That's the thing that sucks the most. This swapping mechanic only happens for like, I think it's 2 turns. It doesn't happen long. It's not there for long. Let's see, if we do the time to swap, or let's see. Yeah, time to swap. Yeah, they're swapped for 2 turns. It's just 2 turns. And then it goes back to normal. It's such a shame because it would make it so much better if it was just like a constant thing. If it was constant, like, God, it'd be so much more fun. And especially because it's like the items that you get at that point are like, can be like really funny. Now I think I know why they probably did this. I'm probably pretty certain why. I think it's because of the item list that Kamek has. Like, Kamek doesn't have like any like good movements, right? Like pipe can be very helpful typically if you're in a bad like spot. It might not fucking help you either, but like, that's the best option that you have, because otherwise it's like, oh, creepy dice blocks. Okay. That's basically it. It's like you have creepy dice blocks. Okay. That's not moving fast. Although it is fucking over other people's speed, which is good. But there's no way for you to, like, unless you're landing on like an item space or a lucky space and get like a better movement item. Although actually I'm wrong. Technically there is another way. I think that kind of rebutes, like, I think if they thought of this, then maybe they shouldn't have made this like change. I think it's fine having this shot be primary and not having like it forced to be swapped again. I really think it's fine. The reason I think that comes down to the bottom events of the board specifically. Because when you come back, you got to complete a lap. Like, this board like has a lap feature in it. But when you come back, you have 2 ways that you can go. You can go the pit stop direction, or you can go to like the main gate. Now, when you're going to the main gate, it treats it like Koopa in like the original Mario Party game, where it's like you get 10 coins when you go past it. But every time after that, you get an additional 10 coins every time you go to it. So the second time you go through, that's now 20 coins. The next time, it's 30 coins. The next time, it's 40 coins. The next time, it's 50 coins. That's pretty nice. That's pretty valuable. And it's more valuable on longer games. And the reason I say that, and even on longer games, I find people don't take this path very often. And the reason why is because of this. When you go this way, you get the pit stop. And when you do the pit stop, you get up to 3. They will fill your item list with movement dice. They will completely fill you up. That's fucking sick. And guess what? It only costs 10 coins to completely refill your dice items. It's all dice items that they give. It's all for movement. Like, that's so goddamn valuable for 10 coins to get 3 items. But getting more than 1 item at a time is like so good anyway. So, and like, you're probably like, when you start the game, it's like you'll get an item at the store, you know. You might get an item from like an item space or a lucky space like along the way, but like by the time you get back like to here, you've probably run pretty dry. So the first time you get back here, you're probably gonna go pit stop, get a bunch of movement items. Then you're gonna start rushing around the board, grab another movement item, fucking go like Speedy Gonzalez, and then you get back here. Hey, maybe you only have 1 item now. Oh, I mean, what's wrong with the little pit stop then? Go back to the pit stop, and then that cycle just kind of repeats. I find that is like the main path that people take. I rarely see people use this as their like go-to unless they already have items. If you're already maxed out on items, the pit stop does nothing for you. That, like, you probably should just, like, go to the pit stop most of the time, though. It's, like, it's rare that you get back to that junction without items. Or, sorry, with items. You're usually back there without items. Or, like, maybe one. So, yeah. It's a little lopsided there. Although, like, on a longer game, like, if you take this route early, getting, like, a big batch of coins can be super fucking helpful. I mean, just in general for, like, you know, buying items at the shop, buying stars. But, like, Boo is a constant on this board. Boo is constantly here. So if you're getting, like, you know, if you go here and you get 50 fucking coins, that's a star. That's a star right there. You will get a star if you get back to Boo. Just straight up, you will. That's fucking sick. That's so good. You want that so bad. So it really just depends, like, how many laps can you get in a game. Like, if you're taking this route, you are using, like, the turbo dice, you're using triple dice, like, constantly to make that, like, plan work. Probably, though, most of the time you're probably just going to the pit stop. But again, I've seen people use this method. I haven't seen it necessarily work for a win yet, but you can do it. I might try that one next time I play this board and go for that strat and see how it does. Now, when it comes to those happenings that, like, move you, honestly, the main layout of the board, they all suck. They are all bad. Every single one of them. You don't want to land on any of the happenings. You really don't. All like this. Yeah, it gets you a little bit forward. Like, you save, what, here? You save 4, like, fucking 3 spaces. Technically 4, because you don't have to land on this one. Save 4, save 5. Or, sorry, this one you save 6, because you also skip that happening. But you skip the shop, which, especially at the beginning of the game, if you land on this, fuck. I mean, at least your happening count is going to go up, but, like, man, you want items. You would much rather prefer, like, a double or triple dice set so that you can get moving, like, through the board way faster. And then same over here. This is way worse. This is way worse. Landing on these, you skip Boo. We don't want to skip Boo. That fucking sucks. You want Boo every goddamn lap. You want Boo so bad. Which is also why, like, this route pisses me off so much. I wish it just, like, stayed this way when you did it. Because now, if you land on this, it's like, ah, damn, I can't get to the star, but at least I'm getting another item if I want. You know, go back to the item shop. Hey, it's like, ah, fuck, I'm away from the star again. I'm moving further from the star, but hey, I get Boo again. Double Boo is so funny. Come on, bring me Mario Party. And then these are the best ones, because normally they, like, landing here, if the star's here, all the way back to start with you, get fucked. But, like, here, if the star's on that lower path, mint. It's so good. But you rarely ever get to see it, because they only last 2 turns when it does it. And you have to land on these happenings to do it. Now, more people do take this path, so we are more likely to land on these. But, like, typically speaking, it's like if you're getting into here, you're probably landing, like, within here, because that's 9 spaces in here. It's very rare that you end up, like, in, like, at this junction and, like, are going to land here. So you're probably going to get, like, to the pit stop, get a bunch of items, and then immediately start gassing them out and just fucking speedrunning through, which means you're skipping over this event. I just, like, if this was a permanent thing, if, like, landing on that made that switch permanent until somebody else landed on it again, then we would be talking. Then it'd be fucking sick. I also think there should be another one of those. But, like, where would you put it? Like, I would probably, honestly, it's like, if I could add it anywhere, I'd probably add it somewhere up here. Like, maybe the bottom path, because it doesn't really have anything else. Like, obviously, it's like this bounces you into here if it's at this point. But again, like I said, like, other than, like, the happenings either, like, going either way, whichever way they're going, there's not a whole lot going up here other than that and the stars. So, like, yeah, I think it'd be fun to have that as, like maybe, like, this was, like, a little station kind of thing where it also swapped it. I don't know. Like, this board could be, like, a tier higher if this was just a permanent thing. If this was permanent, this would be a whole tier higher. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Because it just adds like way more chaotic energy to the board, and you really want that kind of random bullshit. There is one other event. I haven't mentioned it yet because it's very minor. It is cute, though. I will say that. It is very cute. If you land on the happenings up here, a car will come out and chase you all the way to the end. So you can get fucked and not be able to get the star that way. And it also will get everyone else like Spaceland. Which is very funny because normally a bruiser comes out of here and chases you down. But sometimes it could be a womp in the fucking cop cars from Spaceland. And the space cops are chasing him out of the area. It's such a cute thing. I love, like, what a nice little detail. It's like, they didn't have to do that, but it's cute. It's adorable. I love that. It's a nice touch. The event itself, yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal. There's only 2 happenings that, like, affect it. Honestly, it's like, there should be one more. There should be one more. I think there should be one more based on how, like, because people have so much movement dice on this board. I think just having, like, one more, like, maybe, like, right here would be, make that, like, way funnier. Make that a way funnier path. And it would incentivize, like, maybe wanting to use the chain chomp, like, item more, which is also, like, it is still already a good item to have, because if somebody's, like, on this path towards the star, and you're, like, right here, oh, chain chomp, haha, got it, bitch. Because, like, you could easily just get this star anyway, like, once they get here, right? Like, it's, like, it's gonna swap here anyway, but, like, fuck them. I want a star. I don't want them to get a star. Sometimes it's good, though, to force them to get a star, though. Sometimes it's good to force them to get a star because, like, money's it's pretty easy to have money on this board and in this game in general. Like, money's not a problem typically to have, and you have lots of things to spend it on. And again, because everyone goes to Boo, if they're at, like, you know, if they're at 50 coins right now and they're there, maybe don't use a tromp call. Let them buy the star, and then hopefully they just don't get that money to steal a star from you when they get to Boo. It's whether you weigh buying a star normally or stealing a star, right? There are times where doing one or the other is better than the other. So it is good to note. But yeah, like, this is a fun board. Like, I do like this board, like, as it is, but, like, I see that, like, little bit of, like, potential that it could have if it wasn't for that just being only lasting 2 turns. If this event didn't last 2 turns, yeah, it would be so much better. I would have way more fun on this board. I don't play this board as much for that reason. But it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Like, I'm really debating if I put it on That's a Board or Good Time All Around. I think I'm more likely to put it in That's a Board. But, like, it's in here and it's high on here. Like, it's a borderline, like, high of this tier, low of this tier kind of thing. And again, I'm not ranking within the tiers themselves, but, like, if I were, it like borderline, it'd be a borderline. I think it's still very, very fun. It's still a very fun board to play on. But it's just that little bit. Also, if Luigi becomes like a Jamboree buddy on the board, you want him so desperately bad. Because, again, with big moving dice, he will force... When you use, like, double dice, triple dice, or even the turbo dice with Luigi, if his ability activates, like, turning the dice to 10, every dice turns to 10. It is a max roll for whatever item you're using as well. If it activates. I swear to God, every time I have Luigi, it just doesn't fucking activate. Fucking pisses me off so much. Piece of shit. But yeah, it's still worth it. I'd say this is the most, like, out of all the That's a Board boards, this one's worth your time the most. Definitely worth your time the most. Yeah, I really just don't like Goomba. I'm so mean to Goomba, man. Yeah, I was staring at it. I was like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, that's enough of that. We got those boards done. Very nice. We're moving along pretty good. So let's go to an absolute banger of a map. Rainbow Galleria. Holy shit. This board slaps. This is one of the best boards ever. Just straight up. It's the best board that they introduced in this game for sure. It's like out of all the new boards, like this is number one by far. The new boards, this fucking tops that list out without a doubt. There's so many little things that this board has. It's gonna take a minute to go through this one. It really will, but it's worth it. It's worth it. If there's any board to play, it's this one for sure. Cause it's a mall, baby. And what do malls have? Lots of shops, baby. And we got so many fucking shops on this board. It's honestly insane how much variety there is on this board. Because right off the bat, we have this shop, we have this shop, we have this shop, this shop, we have this shop, we have, this is not technically a shop, this is technically a shop with one item, but that's okay. That is 6 separate shops. Now, only 2 of them are walk-by shops, which is fair. That's fine. The other 4 are all happening ones, but they are shops. But they all have special criteria to them. But yeah, mall with lots of places like get lots of items and like different kinds all over the place. It gives every single part of this board like a lot to look forward to. And also, buying things on this board leads into other aspects that make this board strong as well and make other events strong. But let's go over like the kind of the main like gimmicks that this board kind of has first. Number 1, everyone gets a Koopa like stamp card at the beginning with 4 stamp spaces on it, and there are 4 podiums throughout the board. Oh, that's an item shop. Bamp, bamp, and bamp. This is a way to get extra money on the board. If you fill out your card throughout the board, you can bring your card back to the start, back to Koopa, and he'll give you a different amount of coins based on how many stamps you have. 1 stamp, 10 coins, 2, 20, 3, 30. But if you have the full thing, it's 50. So it is worth it typically to have the full card. And it's usually not too bad to fill out your card, but there are like instances where you're moving around the board where it's like maybe you won't be on a path that fills it out completely on the first go. And then you have to decide whether you want to like cash in early or keep going and like wait to fill out the card. I usually say it's good to cash out anytime you go to this because just like getting more money is usually good. And it takes a while to like go through like all the different parts of the board potentially if you're like trying to go like in a straight line. Like this is the route that you take if you're trying to hit all of them in a row and get back as quick as possible. You start it immediately, you're doing this, you're getting this one, and then you're going up into the main path, getting this one, going up here, grabbing, back down, and then you have to go all the way here to get back to start. It's a long fucking way to do all that, but we do have ways to shorten this as well. Typically speaking, like your best bet, I think, is to these 2 that are up here. These are the ones that it's like you usually will end up missing one of these if you're trying to go to other places of the board because of the elevator movement here. Because this will swap you from like the 3rd floor to the 1st floor, right? So if you're going on this path, there's only one way to go. So you'll usually get this one. But this one right here gets missed quite often because of that, right? Unless the star is actively over here. But that's still not bad. That's still not bad. The reason I say that is because now this is what your kind of route looks for the stamps. And this will get you 30 coins, which is still pretty good. You go from the beginning and you immediately take the elevator up and you go to the shop and you get your first stamp. You keep going up and then bam, we have the 2nd stamp. Great. Now, take the elevator down and there's your 3rd stamp. And that brings you right back to here for 30 coins. Now, again, not 50 coins, but 30 coins is still way better than nothing. And it's way better and it's way shorter to get this money. So I'd say if you have 3 stamps, cash in for sure. Cash in for sure. This is the best route to take if you're just gutting for those coins and those stamps. Plus, again, like, you're hitting a lot of other things on the way. Again, we have the main item shop there. We hit Boo. And this you might hit, and this, if you're in last, you might hit. So there's still a lot of good stuff to get on that route. But again, you're probably chasing the stars anyway. But this board has, like, oh man, I love this board because not only do you have like such great control over like look at the junction arrows. There's so many fucking junction arrows on this board because there's so many ways that you can like approach this board. Do you want to, like, at the start of the game, yeah, do you want to prioritize like getting all the stamps, or like, hey, maybe I'll go and get like a quick cheap item at the cheap item store where everything is 1 coin, and that could be like a mushroom, a pipe. Pipe's really good on this board. You know, like, there's a lot of options. And then, like, hey, I could go up here and get this event, which we'll touch on in a minute, right? Or maybe I do want to go that main route, go to the main item shop, like, have a little bit more choice names I have, you know? And then maybe I can cut back down here if I want to get something else. If something else down here is something that I need. Or if I want to, like, get to this side of the board now, right? It's like you have a lot of good options there. And even, like, this, like, once you go past here, it's not that long to, like, get back to, like, the main item shop. It's actually pretty quick. So if there's something else that you want to get over there, it's actually not too bad. Or again, going back down here to go up to the top if you want to get, like, over here. That's another great option, right? It's like you have so much movement abilities. And, like, even once you're at the top, like I said, if you want to get back down, bam, easy way to get back down. Or again, pipe. This is what pipe is really good here. Because if you do end up in a situation where you're like, I'm past the junction, I wish I took that junction, I wish I went down, hey, pipe out of there. Get the fuck out of there. There you go. Now you're somewhere else, and you're probably somewhere with all the other junctions again. This board has so many different, like, ways to approach it. It's so tightly designed. It's really, really smart. I really, like an elevated board like this, the fact that it's, like, so cleanly made, like, oh, I can't believe it. It blows my mind just how nicely, like, densely packed this board is, while still letting you have, like, easy ways of moving around the entire place. It's lovely. Big fan. Now, when it comes to all these specific shops, let's go into each of them because they all have really, really good value typically. Now, again, wow, I wonder what this shop has. Yeah, this is a Boo Bell. This is the only way to get Boo Bell on this board, but having Boo at your disposal at any time, fucking sick, especially with the stamps, because again, when you can get like an instant 20, 30, 50 coins, having a Boo Bell on you is really goddamn valuable because now it's so easy to steal a star from somebody. And again, it is a happening space, but again, custom dice is in this game. This is a worthwhile thing to let you use custom dice for, but also so are a lot of the other happening spaces here. Because outside of that one, we also have the last place shop, which is, again, only for last place, but let's take a look real quick at what the last place shop has to offer. Last place shop, what do we got? We got markup sticker, triple dice, swap mirror, custom dice, star steel trap. Star steel trap. Yes, that's really good. We're happy to see that. Now, the Koopa Troopa shop also has that, so it's not like it's like the only place that you can get it. But having access to the main reason to go here, honestly, is because of the triple dice, because that's something you can't get anywhere else. And moving a lot on this board, triple dice is pretty fucking sick. If there's anything to buy here, it's probably that. Now, custom dice, again, is very helpful to have. So that also might be worth just like picking up because it is there. But if you're going to buy anything here, the triple dice is probably the item to get. I'm going to try pineapple. It's okay. My mouth hurts when I eat it. But yeah, if you're going here, it's like triple dice is probably the one to go with. Everything else is situational. The markup sticker is funny. We're going to get more to that in a bit. But it is like, it is a helpful shop, and because again, no one else has access to it. So like, if you happen to land on it, then great. It's just kind of a bonus. It's not the best thing, but it is nice. This one, this is a good item shop. This one you definitely want to land on if you have good money. This is worth it if you have money. This is the super shop because it has 3 very specific items. The super swap. Ooh. The super swap mirror, which we've talked about being really broken before. Being able to choose who you swap with at any moment. Always a powerful thing. Always good. Super dueling glove. This is rare as hell in this game. This is rare as hell. Because the dueling glove in this game works just like it does in Superstars, where it's like when you duel, it's for coins. I miss the old days where you could like bet a star from the other player and bet 40 coins from yourself. Or do both stars, or do just money. Like, man, I miss that choice in my duels. But at least this game does have the super dueling glove. So with the super dueling glove, you bet stars on the line. It's the only way to duel 4 stars. It is 40 coins, though. It is a fucking hefty buy. 40 coins is nuts. I think it should be 30 coins, honestly, because you have the fear of losing a star if you fucking suck at the duel games. And plus, if you get the bowling game, you're fucked because it's fucking random, typically. Unless you learn, like, the fucking... I know you can learn... like specific spots on each like layout that the board can be to like always win, but like I'm not doing that because I don't want people to hate me, but you can. If you're going here, it's because you want that super swap mirror. This is the most valuable item to get in here. They do also have the super creepy dice for 5 coins, which is a great bargain as well. If you don't have like money for either of these, then yeah, get a super creepy dice. Might as well. But the swap mirror is probably the thing you want the most. If this was less money, it would be way better. It would be way better. Now, if you have like a bunch of money to spare and you are really confident on your duels, then fuck it. Yeah, go for that. It's a funny item to have. But realistically, the super swap is going to be like way more versatile on the board. I would use that way more. So now we also have the gold shop. This one's probably the best shop. This is probably the best shop. Actually, probably it is 100% because it has all of this shit, which is just great shit. The payday dice, both double and triple, where it's like whatever you roll is the money you get back. So like you're probably just going to be moving the amount of spaces that are also going to like just get you your money back at the same time. Your average dice roll is higher than what it costs to buy these, and like yeah, you might roll like shit with them, but you'll probably still roll better than you would have rolled with just like 1 dice anyway, and you're gonna get some money back. So those are definitely worthwhile buys. But the only spot to get golden pipes, yeah, on a board like this, golden pipes are great. What a surprise. Golden pipes are fucking broken. Can't believe it. Yeah, you're gonna want the golden pipe, probably. If you can afford it, get the golden pipe. If you can't afford it, yeah, go for the double or triple. It's a good shop. Every item in there is worthwhile. Everything in there is great. And again, the one coin shop is still like it's still very good. The one coin shop is still good. It does have like the 10 coin traps, which are like they're honestly they're not bad on this board, but I find it is harder to use the trap items. Like even like the star steel traps, I love using them, but because there are so many junctions on this board, it's harder to get good value out of them as much, because like even like the best place that you're going to use them is probably on the top of the board. Like once you're up here, it's like you're on this path for a while. So like I would use them in here most likely. Probably like here is like your best bet, like right after Boo, because if somebody is like thinking of stealing a star, especially from you, and they're going to land on your thing, then hey, they're gonna think twice about actively just like, or they might just like steal a star from you and waste their 50 coins so they don't just like lose another star to you anyway, right? It's like this is probably the best spot to put them on the board. In here in general, still not bad because again, you can't get out for a while. After this point though, after the elevator, it loses its value because if they are going to land on it, get out, right? if they're, you know, if they're down here at the start of the board, right? It's like you would think this might be like a good spot, but like no, because coming down from here, oh, well, I'm out this way. Or, oh, I want to go down this way. Oh, well, there's this thing down there. I just won't. I'll just go up this way, right? It's like, it's harder to make like good, effective use of them. This is probably like the next best bet to use them with, because once you're past this area, once you're past here, then it becomes a lot more valuable again. Like anything like from here up to the junction is another good spot. Like basically like these are your prime real estates for star steel spaces. The coin ones just put fucking anywhere. It doesn't matter, honestly. It's like, again, like before shops is usually like good just to stop people from buying things typically, but like they're not gonna make or break the game, the 10 coin ones, so like don't worry about it too much. The star ones, it's like these are your best spots. Oh, right. There's a whole other mechanic that I forgot to talk about that actually does alleviate some of the issues on this board. It's the flash sale that happens every few turns. Yep, flash sale happens and everything on the board gets cut in half in price. Everything. Stars and items, all of it. Half off. You'll love to see it. It's for one turn whenever it pops up, but it happens like throughout the game. I think it's every 5 turns it pops up. So depending on how long your game is how many times you'll get that flash sale. But like, hey, if it's the flash sale and you land on this, all of a sudden getting either the swap mirror for like nothing or getting the super dual glove for 20 coins, way better. Way better. Highly recommend that. I believe the flash sale doesn't actually affect Boo though. I don't think it does. I think that's the only thing it really doesn't affect. I want to see just in case. Items and stars are sold at half, except the one coin shop. Does it do it for Boo? I don't know. It doesn't say here. I don't think it does. I don't think it affects Boo. I think it is. Oh, no, maybe it does. God, I can't remember. Weird. But regardless of the fact, like, it's still, like, it's a great event to have. Like, getting multiple stars. Or getting stars for cheap like that. Or getting items, like, really good items for cheap like that. Wonderful. Wonderful thing to see. And because there's so many different, like, shops, like, across the board. And so many different kinds of, like, those things happening. Then, yeah, you're probably going to be buying something during a flash sale. It's, like, it's so common that you're probably buying something, like, really regularly on this board. Which is another good thing. Because that leads into the other mechanic of this board. The other event on this board. Here. This is a lottery. Every time you go to it, pull out a ball. I think there's like 5 ball options, and every one like gives you a certain amount of coins. Or it can give you a gold pipe, potentially. This is the other way to get a gold pipe. You pull out 1 ball. Not that exciting. But the thing with this is that every time you buy something from a store on this board, the game remembers it, and however many times you spent, however many times you bought an item is how many balls you get to pull from this event. I've seen this event go fucking hard with people who have been pulling, like, they get 6 pulls, they get fucking 2 pipes, they got like 60 coins from it. It's like, it's insane what you can get from this. I don't know what the odds are for pulling like the specific prizes out of here, but god damn, is that like sick as hell, especially later in the game. Fucking great event that like incentivizes every aspect that this board is working towards. Awesome. The only event that is kind of like whatever is this one here. It's the recycling one. So the recycling one is like kind of, it's the thrift store. Womp will forcibly buy an item from you. But you'll get, you will get items bought at like twice the value of what they're worth. So you'll get double the money back for them. which is at least a good, like, it's good that he gives you, like, that amount of extra, but you also can't choose what you give him. He just randomly takes one. Eesh. Ooh, not really worth it, honestly. And I mean, like, again, you gotta go out of your way to get here, because it's like, this is the shortest path to it to specifically land on it. And if you land on, like, the gold shop right before and then land on here, oops, goodbye. Bye, pipe. That sucks. But you got 50 coins, so I guess there's that. But, like, you don't typically want to, like, sell your items. Like, EGAD's Garage had, like, this kind of mechanic, too, in it. And I think other boards also might have the same, like, mechanic. It's probably not helpful. It's probably not great. You're not going out of your way to land on it specifically. It's not like you're going to use a custom dice on it. That's usually how I, like, really dictate, like, how good an event is. If it's worth using, like, a custom dice on, then it's probably a good event. You're not going to use a custom dice on this. There's so many other things that you'd rather use it on. But the one benefit that it does have is that if you are filled up with lodestones, which you can get from unlucky spaces, the lodestones do nothing but fill up your inventory. They give you, I think, 2 coins when you, like, go to get rid of them. If you land on Womp's space with lodestones, he'll pay 20 coins for them. So you get a lot more out of them, which is kind of nice. But, like, there's also only two unlucky spaces on this board, and you're not even guaranteed to get lodestones all the time. But if you have them and you're already going this way, yeah, at least he'll take them. So I guess that's nice. But again, not a super exciting one. But, like, again, this board has so much going on. The only negative I really have on this board is that it's still happening to, like, land on most of these events. So, like, you may not just, like, activate a lot of the stuff on this board because of that. Like, the randomness, like, factor of this board is still, like, kind of up in the air. You have a lot of control on this board typically, but randomness can still happen, but it's not usually because of the board itself. It's usually because of, like, you know, items that we use and stuff. But God, this board is just, like, it's phenomenal. It's like if that's the only, like, negative thing I can say, and it's still, like, got a lot of random shit that can happen. It's just not the most, like, insanely chaotic thing, but it's like it finds a really nice balance. It's just a good board. It's just a good board. This board's fucking great. I'm so happy that this game came out, like, swinging with just, like, some, like, absolute fantastic boards. Because this one just fucking eats, man. It just fucking eats. I'm gonna put that. I'm not really ranking in here, I guess. But we'll put it here. Fuck it. We'll put it here. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do something like that. Yeah? Ugh, I'm like, how do I? Yeah. Yeah, alright, that works for me. I like that. That's fine. That's the only one I'm gonna rank. That's the only one that's, like, ranked within it. Alright. That's good on that one. 3 boards down. There we go. It's a good old. There we go. I was like, if it wants to, if it wanted to play the music, there we go. Hey, we got Goomba board, baby. Goomba Lagoon, or whatever it's called. Goomba Lagoon? Goomba Lagoon? What the fuck do we call this one? Nah, shit. What the fuck do we call this? Oh, it's just Goomba Lagoon. Okay, I had it right. I'm so smart, guys. I'm a fucking genius. Hell yeah. Yeah, so we got Goomba Lagoon here. This is okay. This is an okay board. It does have positives, but the main gimmick of this board is kind of the thing that drags it down a little bit. And I get why it's set up the way that it is, but okay. So let's go into this board. So, oh, you know what? I didn't even talk about the markup sticker on. Okay, I'm just gonna say this now. The markup sticker on here makes everything double price. Do that when the flash sale isn't happening, and it's the funniest shit on the planet. It's very, very funny. Okay, that's enough of that. Goomba board. Pretty spacious board. And again, lots of good junctions. We do have lots of junctions on this board. But your mileage will vary on movement even still. Because you'll see there's actually two variants to this board. This is the main mechanic that this game this board has. Every couple turns, the tide will rise and the tide will sink. And that obviously changes the paths that you have access to on the board and like where you go. Which can be very funny, but it can also like it's a hard one to really set in stone sometimes. But let's go over each of the paths, like just generally speaking, and see, right? So there are certain things that like when the tide is low that you don't have access to, like this part of the board right here. Actually, basically all of this, you don't have access to this part of the board when the tide is low. You don't have access to this part of the board when the tide is low. That's it. Yeah, you don't have access to that. That's basically it. Which, honestly, not missing out too bad. Although, the only thing you are missing out on is one of the chance time spaces. But there is one still available. There is always one chance time space that's available at any point, whichever way the tide is. So, you do have access to chance time either way. You just don't have access to this one. But that's fine, because this one's not really that important anyway. You do have access to the shop still. Shop at the beginning. Very nice. We have a shop over here as well. I believe these shops are the same. I don't believe that these shops are different. I think we have just like one shop type on this board. Hold on, though. Am I blind? Oh, right. There is Kamek. There is still a Kamek shop, so that's fine. But these two are the same. Which isn't bad, because this is a bigger board. The way that this board is laid out, it's kind of nice to have that. It is kind of nice. Will not lie there. And again, pretty hefty shop. Yeah. So when you start the game, it's like this is the item list right off the bat. You lose these two options for these two options at near the end of the game. I believe it's like the halfway point of the game is when that gets updated. And the Kamek shop, very similarly, you have access to these items. But at the halfway point, the coin ones change to Star Steels. Only way to get Star Steels on this board, but again, actually might be kind of nice to have Star Steels on this board. There's a reason for that. We're going to get to that. I mean, they're good on like any board anyway, but even still. And you do have multiple ways to access this shop as well, because like the main path, one of the junctions just brings you straight to it. There is also a happening space that brings you to it as well. Boo, obviously, you have access to boos on this board. And specifically, though, only when the tide is low can you access this. Because this is straight up just like on the low path. Like once the water rises, this is just gone. And the water rises and cuts off the path here. So you can't even get to this boo. So boo is only going to be like done when you're on that like part of the game. When the tide is low. Now, thankfully, the tide does switch every 2 turns. So it's like, it happens frequently enough where it's not too bad. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. This is a board I'm so conflicted on, like whether it's like good or bad. It's not bad. This isn't a bad board, but I can't decide if it's just like an okay board or a great board, because the constant switching of the tide sometimes just like locks you in for like a couple turns on like areas like these 2 islands, which is funny to watch, but if it like keeps happening, it's like you're not doing any progress. It does give a lot of strength to like swap items. This board is really like swap items. Pipe is great if you're stuck. Or hey, this is also great spots to put the Star Steel traps, because if somebody's on this island when the tide goes down, oh boy, is that fucking scary. So it is good for that. But, like, I don't know. It's fine either way. Like, I don't know. This board's just kind of whatever. Like, the events on this board are fine. I wish what would make this probably a little bit better for me, and I would like this board probably like way more, is just if these that bring you down to these islands, or bring you down to this island brings you down over here, if it was a walked by event that you paid for. The fact that it's a happening that you have to land on, damn. I just wish it wasn't that. What I would do instead, if you want to still keep like the happening totals here, is I would make this a happening event, and I would make it 2 or 3 happening spaces to activate this. That's what I would have done. It would add more space counts up here, but like honestly, then just get rid of like a couple blue spaces, make a couple of those like happenings like right in there. Like honestly, like I think that would make it like a little bit better up there, because up your happening count and have that event go off. I just think that's a little bit better. And like having access to being able to pay for the movement is like a lot nicer, I think. And I think it helps as well for like shop ideas, because it's like, again, this shop has some pretty neat stuff in it. So, but like you still want to go to the normal shop typically right away in a board. So it's like go to the regular shop, and then hey, when the tide is low, all right, you go around that way. You go up, and then hey, if you pay for that, then bam, you're already at this shop, which is nice. And you have to choose at that point. Like, do you want to go to Boo at the tide is low, or do you want to go here when the tide is high? Like, that would actually be like really sick. I think that alone would like alleviate like a lot of like the issues I have with it. Like, and especially like with this event in particular, this is like really useless, honestly. Like, it doesn't do like a whole lot. This should probably bring you also like to the island like over here, because like as it stands, like if you go down here when the tide is high, oh cool, you're just like in the circle. Okay. And like if the tide is low and you're going this way anyway, you're probably just like gonna take the main path down, because it's only 3 spaces. Like it literally is like less, it's so much less work to just go this way. Like this is like a very useless happening, which is just kind of like a bummer. There are happenings in the water as well, like those actively change the tide. So if you land on them, like you're only gonna be able to land on them when the tide is low, and you're gonna get fucked by going like wherever the game puts you at that point. I think, yeah, I don't remember where the game specifically puts you for each of those. Let's, oh, fuck, not that. Let me see. I am curious where it actually brings you. Zipline, treasure, fishing, changing tides. On the certain changes the tide is stated above. Yeah. Transfers to the last on land space visited. Oh, okay, so it brings you back whatever the last land space is. So I get yeah, okay, that's very specific, because like normally if you're just like walking through, it's like it's probably gonna be this, or if it's this way, it's probably this one, you know. But there are rare cases where if you teleport onto one of these spaces and then land on the happening, you'll end up back where you started. That is such a rare case. That's an insanely rare case to happen. But it could happen. It could happen. That is something that is an option. Yeah, otherwise it's like, I'm glad that this is like filled with at least lucky spaces. This is filled with luckies and the item spaces, at least if you get trapped on them. And like in terms of the other events, like this right here, like it's a betting thing. It's like how greedy do you want to be for getting coins is what it comes down to, and usually pretty greedy. I'm pretty greedy, because if you go over the limit, it's random how many coins you get each time you fish. But if you go too much, the bucket spills and you don't get any of the coins. Damn. But it's a funny event. That could be a funny like little thing, but it doesn't do a whole lot. It's not like you're like if you're landing on it out of like, oh, I just happen to be going this way because the tide is high. That's basically it. The chest event, I believe, just gives items. I believe the chest is items specifically. And Goomba hides inside. Oh, yeah, you have to find Goomba. They're shuffled and da-da-da-da. You receive no items. Oh, yeah, if you lose, yeah, whatever. If it has an item, the player receives it, but if Goomba is inside, they receive no items and lose 5 coins. Oh, okay, no, you don't want to pick Goomba. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of items in there. Right, it's a bunch of items. I keep forgetting that for whatever reason. It's very similar to that, it's basically the barrel minigame. The item minigame from Mario Party 2. That's basically what it is. Except if you pick Goomba, you get fucked. But it's like, it's an easy swap. Like, you really, there's no way you're getting Goomba. There's just no way. If you get Goomba, it's because you literally were not looking. If you have your eyes open, you will get what you want. Like, it's just, yeah, it's not a hard one. It is nice having 2 boost bases on this board, but considering the fact that they are typically only, like, really available during low tide. I mean, technically this one is available during high tide, but it's like, unless, if you're already here kind of thing. So it's like, you already, like, you needed low tide to get over here, you know? Again, unless you pipe, but again, like, go into those specifics forever, whatever. The only other event that this board has is like I alluded to this earlier by making this happening instead of walking by. But if you walk by this, the volcano erupts and 2 things can happen. It can either spit out a bunch of coins all over all the spaces on this part of the map, or it spits out a bunch of potobos and lights up the entire area, and passing over any of them makes you lose coins. Both are funny. It's a very funny thing. I believe that, yeah, because it drops like golden Goombas, and they're worth 5 coins each, which is fucking sick. And you lose 3 coins if it's the lava. On occasion, the volcano may not erupt at all. No, sometimes it just can't perform, you know? Unfortunate. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like, I think this board can do funny things. This board can have some fun, but it's not, it's probably my least favorite board in the game. I think this is probably my least favorite one. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's hard. I think if at least this, if these were payable and this like went like maybe to the main island instead, I would like it a little bit more. That's basically it. Like, I don't know. This layout is strange. I don't know why this exists. This doesn't need to exist. I don't know why this exists at all. It should go to the main island. You know what would be great, honestly, if it brought you to like here. I think that would be sick, because then it brings you right to an item shop, which is fucking awesome. Even if you want to keep this one as a happening and maybe have this one as a paying one, well, okay, well then that's more worth it, because then now at least you're on track to go to Boo way faster, and you're at the item shop immediately. I think that would make this a little bit better. It would make it a lot more even. I think it would be way more fun, but it's like, you can't, what are you gonna do? There's not much that you can do in that scenario. The board is what it is, and it can still be fun, but it's not, yeah, it's not really it. They do have like the special, this board does also have a special item with the shell, so that you can change the tides whenever you want, which can be helpful, but like, I don't know, it's not, it's a hard one. It's really hard. It's like something, yeah, this board like really just confuses me, honestly. This is a hard one for me to like really set my mind on. I haven't played it nearly as much as some of the other boards in this game, so maybe I just need more time with it. I think it's still a good board though. Like, it's still a good board, but yeah, I don't know. It's on the higher end of this, but it's still like in there. It's not bad though. It's not bad. I think, okay, you know what? Maybe I do want this one in here. Maybe Goombas is the only one that I want in there. I don't know. Nah, I'm gonna have them both in here. I think it makes the most sense to put them both in here. They're not bad. They're not bad. These aren't bad boards. Nothing in here is really bad boards. Sorry, I lied. You're bad. Go back down. I don't know why you're here. You shouldn't be. This is, I mean, this is probably like lower in this tier, if anything, but like, no, I've grown to hate this one a little bit more. I don't like this one. Mario Party 4 getting more shit on. It deserves it. Mario Party 4 sucks. Is Gnarly Party the highest rated one? I think so. Yeah, that's basically the only one. And even that is like a low end on this. Even that could probably be in here. Damn. Yeah, it's just shit, eh? Yeah, Mario Party 4 sucks, dude. There you go. I'm gonna be mean to Mario Party 4. I feel like it. I feel like being mean to Mario Party 4. I can't help it. Alright. I think that's basically... That's it for that board. Now, actually, what the thing wants me to do is go over the remake boards next. But I'm actually going to hold off on the remake ones. I want to save those for last. Because I want to tackle all the new ones first. And that just means we have one other new board to talk about. Let's let this do its thing. Da-da-da-da. So, King Bowser's Keep. Holy shit, this board is gnarly. This board is gnarly. Holy shit, I love this board, guys. This board's good. This board's fucked. This board's fucked beyond belief. Holy shit, I've never been more fucked by a board in my life. This board hates me. This board fucking hates me, and I love it. I love it. I love that shit. I can't wait to play a round of this board where it doesn't fuck me specifically. I want to watch somebody else get fucked, but it's funny. God, is it funny. Yeah, this is just good board. It's just good board, guys. This is just good board right here. So, what makes this a good board? Well, it's a pretty standard, like, star layout kind of board kind of thing, you know. Stars will spawn everywhere. Like, nothing out of the ordinary that we haven't seen from every other board so far other than the race car map. But here's the main mechanic of this board is what makes it fun, especially on longer turn games. My God, play this on 30 turns. If you're going to play this board, play on 30 turns. This is the best board to play on max turns. Because Bowser is in the middle section of the board here, typically. And what does Bowser do? Well, Bowser's a fucking asshole. Because you'll see there's 2 Bowser spaces in here already. And every few turns, Bowser will decide to put more Bowser spaces inside this circle here. And this circle only goes one direction at a time. You can see here, it goes this way, right? It goes, if it's going clockwise. But if you land on a happening or use the Bowser lever item, he'll swap the way that this goes. So what, and all the happenings do the same thing. So what ends up happening a lot is that you'll go in here. Oh, happening. Oh, now I'm going this way. Oh, happening, going this way. Oh, I'm almost out. Oh, somebody used the thing. Oh, now I'm back this way. And this just keeps happening back and forth. I spent like fucking like 15 turns in a row without leaving this fucking circle. It is infuriating and it is funny as hell. That shit slaps. The good news is multiple stars do spawn in there, so you can still get some stars. But like as the game goes on, more Bowser spaces are appearing in there, which means you're more likely to lose stars and coins in there. Kind of like it's such a dangerous place to be. The only benefits that you have is that you do have, there's a Kamek shop at the top. There is this little coin event on the left, and there is a skeleton key gate to get out and also access a boo, which is really nice. Skeleton key is a godsend on this board. We do love us our skeleton key. Definitely gets its mileage here more than any other board. I shouldn't say any. More than any other board? Well, it's close. It's close. I think it's, I would say maybe more here. Yeah, probably a little bit more, because both gates bring you to Boo. So I'd say this one just beats the other one a little bit more. We also have these Mecha Koopa events. You roll dice when you get to it. If you roll high enough for its health point, you just get coins rewarded to you. If you don't, you lose a few coins. Honestly, they're kind of nothing. You don't get a lot of coins from them, and you don't lose a lot of coins from them either way. it's kind of whatever. Like, even if you're trapped in the circle, like this one's, it's only 3, and you lose like almost no money. It's really not, like, I wish these actually did more. I wish they were more bullshitty. Especially considering, like, this one is, like, the one that leads to, like, a boo. I wish this one was way more dangerous. Or way more rewarding, but I guess it doesn't need to be more rewarding. I think 10 coins is fine. I just wish that this, like, did more damage. Made you question going to boo specifically from this direction. But yeah, and here's the other thing about Bowser on this board that makes it, like, really, really huge. Bowser stealing coins and stars obviously is a big theme with him creating more Bowser spaces all over the place. Everything that he steals gets put in here, in jail, gay baby jail. If you're able to get the combination, you get everything in jail. This just wins you the game. If you get this, you win. That's it. That's it. Like, you can have like a dozen stars and like hundreds of coins in here by like the end of the game. You might get lucky with this. You might get lucky with this and just like get whatever's in there at any point. But it usually takes a while to like discern like when you get it. Because if you do get like one number correct, that number stays there for the next person who goes. So they only have to get one other number right. Yep. It's funny. This is so perfect. This works so, again, this is like the roulette thing, or the roulette, the ball gambling thing on the mall map. It's like that, like how cohesively that works with buying items on that map with all the shops, having all the Bowser spaces and losing so much on Bowser, and having somewhere to like get all of it, like free parking and Monopoly. Yeah, that's that rocks. That absolutely rocks. If it was if this board just like had so much Bowser and just like fucked you and that was the end, it probably wouldn't hit as hard. But just like having this specifically does a lot. It does so much. Adds so much more tension. Because like anyone could get that at any point, and it's lovely. And this board like has like a very not straight shot feel, but it's like this is a dastardly board, because like this board really likes like the Kamek shops more so. The regular shop has some really good shit, but it's off to the side. You don't see that one right off the bat. The Kamek shop has way more like fuck with everyone else items. Like this board is designed for you to fuck with everyone else. There are no friends here. There are 0 friends here. Like, oh look, you have the creepy dice, the super creepy dice, you have a mushroom, the bypass, the chomp call, like those are all there immediately. Halfway through the game, dueling glove, the star steel one, shop hop. Yeah, fucking good items. The rest of the time, if you go to the other shop, it's like, oh, there's our skeleton key, very helpful on this board. Double dice, pipe, which is only good for the first half of the game. Swap mirror, chomp call, only there for the first half of the game, because then payday dice and golden pipe come in. Yeah, real good. Honestly, it's like skeleton key is like very much worth it, even like in the first half of the game especially, because again, if you buy a skeleton key here, oh, there's boo immediately. There's boo immediately. Or you hold on to it as insurance if you're in the circle and want like a way out, and which will also give you boo, which is also, by the way, where a couple chance time spaces are. I believe they're the only chance time spaces as well. Oh, no, there's one right after boo as well. So even if you don't use this path, you still have access to chance time on this board, which is always a plus. Big fan of that. You also have these bullet bill events. I believe they I swear, like, we never land on those. It's like, it's such a rare event to see, but I believe you just lose. Yeah, you lose 5 coins. What? Yeah, okay. Nah, this should be way worse. This should be like 20 coins. You should lose like 20 coins here. Get really fucked. I want to get really fucked from that. Same thing kind of happens with the Bob-omb. Thank you, puppy. By the way, also, hi, puppy. Good to see ya. Thanks for the hydration. Yippee. This event is good for extra money. But the Bob-omb is the only thing, like, it will rotate, and if you get the Bob-omb, you lose money. But I don't think, again, it's not a lot, I don't think. The gear shift, let me see. The Bob-omb will take away, yeah, again, it's only 5 coins. I wish that the other events, here's what I wish. Here, if I wanted this board to be an absolute, like, best in the series, for sure, every event funnels into the vault. I think every event should funnel into the vault. Lose money to the Magic Koopas, into the vault. Lose money to this, into the vault. Right? All, like, that would make it so much more interesting. Another funny thing, I think this would be, like, really, really cool if this was implemented. Make a different boo. Make a different boo. Okay? Here's my idea. If we had a different kind of boo that was only accessible like this, it costs less. It can steal more coins, and it can steal stars for less money. But you don't get them. They get funneled into the vault. I think if you got to pay 30 coins, let's say 30 coins to steal a star and put it in the vault, or 20 coins to do that, fuck, that'd be good. That'd be good. Tell me that's not a great idea. That'd be so funny. It doesn't exist. That's only in my mind, but, like, God, I would love that. Otherwise, though, yeah, this board, fuck me. I never have a good time here, but that's exactly what I want from a board like this. Because I could have a good time. Like, other people have great time. It's not like this board fucks over everyone at once. This board has, like, good things still, like, that can happen. But, like, you can just get fucked very specifically in here. But you can also get out. There are ways to escape and do other things. And again, the junctions help a lot. Like, the fact that, like, you have access to Boo, basically, like no matter which way out of the circle that you go, you can go to Boo if you so wish. It's like, would you rather, like, go and get an item, or would you rather go, like, to the vault? You know, there are reasons to not access Boo on the board. And, like, again, the item list just works really well here. It's just, like, this is just a fun board. This is just a fun board. I haven't mentioned, like, that this event, like, brings you, like, out to here, brings you back into the circle, but, like, it's a whatever one. Every green pipe, by the way, like, brings you back to start. So, like, when you get to the end of a path, you just get spat out right back here, which also gives you 10 coins. You do get 10 coins when you go back to start, and you get to go back to the shop. Especially in the second half of the game, where this shop also gives the Star Seal spaces. Then this circle becomes even more hell, because we just fucking litter this place with Bowser spaces and Star Seal spaces, and it's the funniest goddamn thing. Yeah, good board. This is a fucking great board. I love this board so much. This board slaps, guys. This board slaps so fucking hard. I'm gonna put it up in here. It is so fucking good, baby. I love this one. Yeah, good board. I like it a lot. I think it's solid. All right, now we get to do some comparisons, because now we get the remake boards to talk about. Gotta love that thing. Actually, what's the, I want to put on the home stretch version, I think. Because I like the home stretch theme of this is, like, fucking sick. Oh, it's so good. God, that's sick. I love that every board has, like, a second version of the song that's, like more upbeat energy and tempo. It's just like, they're fucking great. God, I love this game. This game's good. But if you recognize the song at all, you know exactly what we're talking about next. Mario's Rainbow Castle, baby. Mario's Rainbow Castle. And I do have a separate version of it to show off. More so just for the fact of like showing off that the main mechanic of this board still exists, just like it did in Mario Party 1. Toad and Bowser constantly switch places on this board. Whatever star is bought or whatever happening is landed on this board, Bowser and Toad swap. You either will get a star or you will buy a Zatar, as they call it in the game. I hate Zatar. I think that's I hate that. Star, I think, is better. I don't care if it's hard to say. I think it should be hard to say. I think Zatar should be hard to say. No, we played this one. This is actually this one we played with Jared. This is the one we played this one with Jared because this is the one where you were like, call me dumb bitch. That's the dumb bitch clip. Yeah, I was like, no, but we've only done this one once. I remember that we played this because of that. Too drunk to remember. Yeah. So funny. But yeah, like this board is, I mean, it's Mario Party 1, and Mario Party 1 has the habit of like having like lots of just like straight nothing boards. And it doesn't rank super high like the original board on my, on the tier list, but the small changes that this board does make does help it a lot. And like, honestly, the only like real changes it needed is just the fact that it has items. Like, yeah, items do a lot. What a shocker. Wow, I can't believe it. If Mario Party 1 had items, it would probably help a lot. God, I can't believe that. But it does. It honestly does do a lot. And the fact that the shops change with Bowser and Toad, which is a lovely treat. Absolutely lovely treat. Now, I do want to double check because I think they are like completely synced. I think they are completely synced up, but I want to make sure. Which switch out either after. Oh right, okay. That was the other thing. So the shops also swap if you have people to make their own Mario. I would love for somebody to make a Mario Party board and that I can play. Actually, there is a way to do that. For Mario Party 3 specifically. There is a Mario Party board like maker that does exist. And I considered doing that. I think I might end up doing that now that the series is done. So I want to try my hand at making a board. I think it'd be really fun. But I got to see like how it is to do that. Or I might see if I can get somebody who's like made them before to like make a board for me. I'd pay somebody to make me a Mario Party board so I can play it. That'd be fucking cool. I'd be down for that. But yeah, the shops on this board swap with either like when the stars swap or whenever you buy an item. So like the item shop is constantly changing. Again, you have like star seals, like you have the swap items on this board are unreal. They're so good. But so is like the mushroom ticket. So there is a lot of valuable in here. What's not valuable is the fucking main item on this board, the tower turner, which is what swaps Bowser and Toad. Like a player can decide to do that at any point. It's a good item, but it's not worth 20 coins. Holy shit. Like if it was like even 15 is kind of pushing it. I'd have it at 10. I think it'd be way better at that point. 20 is just insane. Like, how much is the swap thing on Bowser's board? The crank thing. 10 coins. See? That fucks you up. And this can fuck you up way more. This thing I hate this thing. That thing's the bane of my existence. It's like, god damn. If this was 10 coins, it would make it way more interesting. I wish it was. It's not, though, so it's whatever. But otherwise, it's like, yeah, the board doesn't change outside of the star in the shop whenever it goes, like, from night to day. So I'm going to refer to the day one here, like, mostly here. But We will look at like the comparison to like what the original board is kind of like comparatively, because like honestly, one of the biggest change that this board has is that it's way shorter. It's way shorter. Like the main path, like just this alone, like is what we have 5, 7, 10. It's 12 spaces. Here. Oh. There we go. Just want to make sure I did that. We have 5. 3, 4, 5. It's 2 spaces less, and it has a shop now. It's like, okay, that's kind of sick, actually. It's nice that that's a little shorter. What about going up to Boo? It's 8 spaces to Boo. They added one, actually, on the way to Boo on this one. We actually added one. What about after Boo? It's like, well, we have, what, 5 spaces there? Yeah, 5 spaces before you're back on the main path. So it's 1 more to get to Boo, but it's less on the main path, which is good. It's like, it's nice that you're not stuck in here as long, because you don't need to in this game. You don't need to be as stuck on here now, because we have an item shop in here. Like, it's good that we can kind of like, and we don't have like the single player minigame and stuff, so it's nice that this kind of like flows a little bit more. After that, I think for the most part, it's pretty similar. Like from here, 4, 8, 9. We have 9 spaces there. Here, 4. So we have 1 less space there. Again, kind of nice to have that. And then here, 4 spaces, 3, 6 spaces in there. 4 and 6. Okay, remembering that. Remembering 4 and 6. Back of the head. 3 here. 6 here. So that one stays the same. Now this is actually way more devilish now. This is actually way more evil. There's a reason that's more evil now. Because when you're playing, like, the big thing about this board that's scary is, again, the star, like, swapping between Toad and Bowser, right? Making sure you get there at the right time. In the original game, if you get to, like, the junction, like, right here, right? It's like, if I have, let's say, like, when we look at this, it's very funny. 5, fucked. 5, fucked. Fucked either way. You're fucked both ways. Very funny. Unfortunate, but very funny. Let's see what it does here, okay? I have a 5. Fuck. 5. Fuck. They kept it. Get fucked. Either, no matter which way you go, you're fucked. Which is just, like, so comical. So funny. Although, if they didn't have it like that, I mean, I think it's probably better that they do have it like that, so that you can't, like, just avoid that situation from happening. The only main reason to, like, have these 2 paths at all, generally speaking, is just to have, like, something that, like, can waste a little bit of extra time, potentially, if it is, like, Bowser, or if it's Toad, then having a shorter one to get there sooner. But, honestly, it's like, I wish there was, like, something... I wish, honestly, that this was expanded a little bit more. I wish we had, like, a little bit more spaces in here. Even if it was after. We had, like, 1 extra space and maybe, like, 1 new event. Or maybe, like, an extra, like, shop. You know? Maybe, like, another shop that, like, doesn't change. Or maybe that it does change, you know? Like, I think that would make it, like, a little bit more valuable and not valuable, because again, like, oh, take the short path, like, make sure I can get to the star, can't get an item though, or hey, making sure I gain an item, but hey, taking a little extra time to get there, and like more chance of landing on the happenings, because going this way, it's like, yeah, you can land on 2 different happenings going this way normally anyway, whereas if you're going this way, it's only the one that you have to worry about. So I think that would be nice. If this was expanded a little bit more, I like it just that tad bit more. Yeah, otherwise it's like, yeah, this is a very, again, movement, very strong. Swapping on this board is great. Having a warp pipe or having like a swap mirror, whatever, whatever floats your boat. And then just general movement, like, because this, like, regular shop, like, does sell, like, the mushroom ticket, like, that's the first thing you need to buy. Buy a mushroom ticket immediately. That's the #1 item. Buy that. It will do so much more wonders for you. And it's an item that just can just be reused 2 to 4 times. So it's a great item to have here. But that and swap stuff. That and swaps, gonna be your best friend here. Best friend. Yeah, it just kind of, it makes this board work. This board just works now. I still don't think it's anything mind-blowing. But it's great. This is a great update to this board. Especially when it comes to like Mario Party 1 boards. Again, I think that the only real change that like would bring it up here. There's actually two. There's one change. If you do the change that I mentioned with the expanding that one area, doing more with maybe adding a shop in there, you know, like that would bring it up to like the next tier. But if you did that, on the flip side, if Bowser stole a star, if the star made you lose a star when you went to him, then those two things together would make it a top tier board. It doesn't do that. I'm basically just looking for Castaway Bay again. I want another Castaway Bay. This is Diet Castaway Bay. Is basically what it is. Not bad. Not bad. Still good. It's a great update. That's about it. That's about it that I can say for it. Doesn't make it bad. Just makes it okay. Which means we have one board left. The final board of this entire series. No more boards. One board left. And, of course, I saved the fucking best for last. Because we got fucking Western Land back, baby. Holy shit. Guys, this is it. This is it. This board fucking rocks. Fucking rocks. This is #1. This is #1. #1. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is the #1 board. 100%. Why is it the #1 board, you ask? Well, they fixed fucking everything with this board. So we're gonna compare this to the original board a lot to see like why. And I want to quickly go over the original version of Western Land specifically, because like Western Land's still rated pretty high for me on the tier list. Still in the so close tier, and it's at the end. Like I would definitely have this on the bottom, and the main reason it's down there is because it's Mario Party 2. That is literally basically like it's most of the reasons because it's Mario Party 2. That's basically it. Because Mario Party 2, again, the item system only allows you to have one item. So as soon as somebody owns a plunder chest in this game, there's no items anymore. It's a fucking like it's a waste. And it's really, really annoying, especially on like, cause this board is pretty big. It's a pretty big board, especially for Mario Party 2 standards. And if you don't have access to items, it makes it like a fucking pain in the ass to like do anything. So you really have to like, if you're gonna play Mario Party 2, it's like implement like a chest ban. Like always do a chest ban because like it will otherwise like the game will just like you'll end up in a stalemate where no one's allowed to use items. It becomes really boring. Outside of that mechanic, though, that makes this board worse, just like for being in Mario Party 2. The only other thing that like is really annoying with this board is this section of the board right here, because it's really pointless. It's really pointless. Not like the main path, like on the tracks, like that makes sense. Like there's a Boo there. Obviously, like we want to go to Boo. But it's like, oh, what does this other path have to offer, though? Well, fucking nothing. It's got 2 fucking Bowser spaces if you don't have a skeleton key. Which, why would you want that? Why would you go down this way if you don't have a skeleton key and would land on Bowser? Especially when Boo's right there. But even when you go, like, in this area, it's like, okay, there's chance time down here. Which is, yeah, it's good to have chance time access. But, like, again, you're going down here to what? Skip Boo? Yeah, sure, you skip the bank, but, like, again, you skip Boo. Like, why? Like, this makes no sense. I don't understand why they designed it this way. Like, this is, like, one of the worst, like, key gates ever. This gate sucks. And, like, this gate is fine. Like, it skips, like, all this batch. Like, yeah, that one's fine. It's not bad. It can get you to the boo quicker, so that's good. So I don't have a problem with that one necessarily, but, like, it's, like, this board is really, really close to being, like, phenomenal just in its original state. Like, it's already like a really good board normally. And then what do you know? We fucking absolutely made the best thing ever with it when we got to Jamboree. Like there's so much that's improved here or is added here that is just like just phenomenal stuff. There's only one thing I think you could argue is not as good, but we'll look at that on here, and like, because it's more dependent. Number one thing, hey, 3 item shops now, not just 1 item shop, which I guess makes sense because like Mario Party 2, because you only have 1 item at a time, it's like if there are multiple item shop, I think there should still be like 1 more item shop on that board normally, but it's like if you already have an item, then item shops are just useless. But no, Jamboree, nope, it's good here. No, it's absolutely great here. And depending on like where you want to go in the game, you get access to different items immediately. It's like this is the only board in the game which gives you access to both types of shops right at the start. You have access to both of these. You got to choose which one you go to though. That's really cool. That's rad as hell. Like, big fan of that, especially when it comes to Star Steel spaces. Let's fucking go. Let's look at the shop lineup for those real quick. So yeah, main shop, pretty good. The main shop does still have coin spaces, which are more rare in this game, but those could be just as devastating as the Star Steel ones. So even that's good. But again, Warp Box, not bad. Skeleton Key is good on this board. We'll get to that. And again, general movement like dice, mushrooms, the triple dice, the tromp call will be there later. But the tromp call is available right away in the Kamek shop, and it's got the payday dice, it's got mushroom tickets, it's got creepy dice, you know, and it has the Star Steel traps immediately. I prefer the Kamek shop on this board, but it's also the only one on this board. We only have 1 Kamek shop, whereas opposed we have 2 regular item shops. That's balanced. I like that. That's balanced as hell. Good to see. Very, very nice. Again, one of the other things, they actually have another shop, but specifically for the new train ticket item that they've added onto this board, which lets you call the train over to you at an empty station, so you don't have to just like be at the train station itself where he is. It's like you can bring him anywhere, which is both good on a defensive side to be able to like, for like your movement to be able to access like other parts of the board, like if you're just passing a station, want to get somewhere else like quicker. But it's also good on offense because you can use the train, call it to like hit somebody on the tracks that might be like pushing an advantage, like maybe they're about to get the star or go to boo or something, right? So even that, it has double purpose. You can use it for more than one thing. I love when items have multiple purposes like that. That's really sick. And again, the skeleton, let me go into the skeleton key stuff right now. Like, bam, the 2 gates are there, but we've had slight change. This one's basically the same. This one hasn't changed too much. There is a chance time space behind it now, which is great. It's good to see that that's there. There's actually a lot of chance time spaces on this board, which is wonderful. There's a very easy one to access right here as well. You do have to skip boo for it, but like, you know your roll by the time you get here. So it's like, if you want chance time, like that's your guaranteed one. But here's where the board, like this is how they fixed shit. This is what they fucking did, okay? This part of the board right here is entirely fixed. They basically put the shop where Boo was originally, and where the bank was originally is now where Boo is currently, which is not like Boo being here or here doesn't really matter too much because it's like it's all on the same route anyway. It's fine that it's moved down here, and it's good, and it's nice that a shop is up here. If anything, it's kind of nice to have access to the shop before going to Boo, in case like you want to buy an item specifically before it. an item like maybe, I don't know, a skeleton key, because bam, they've changed this section to not even having a, like, you can't even go down to like skip anything here. It just goes, because now after Boo, the junction's at the end and it brings you back up, and you can go in like a little loop here, which is, you know, that's fine. Might get some items and stuff, but if you have a skeleton key, not only are there chance times up here, but again, item shop again and Boo again. You can keep this loop going for as long as you want, because you can just keep going and getting another key. Go to Boo, go back up, get another key, go to Boo, go back around. Like, this makes this part of the board actually like usable. There's an actual strat over here. This fucking rocks. Oh my god, that is an insane upgrade. I love that to death. That is so much better. The only thing in this board that you may not like is what they've done to Hootenanny. Hootenanny is an event space now. It's not a pass event space now, which can be kind of a bummer, because I know we love our Hootenannies, but at the same time, Hootenanny now also adds to your happening count, because again, the only other happening spaces on this board move the train, so it's nice to have another happening space. But also, Hootenanny now has two choices: to pay for just one person to show up for Hootenanny, or for everyone to show up for Hootenanny. That's significant. That is way, way more valuable overall to have, again, more choice. And again, paying 10 coins or 20 coins. The cost to bring everyone is still the same, but if you want to bring one, you can. That's good. It's just good, guys. It's just fucking... There's like... you can argue because it's like a happening now, it doesn't happen as often, but honestly... Fuck, it happens all the time still. I still see it constantly. It's not a big deal. Honestly, like in the original, it's like, it's a meme to like every time you pass it, you just like pay for the Hootenanny because it's funny. But like, it's not something that you're actively like excited about using all the time, 100%. But it's good. It's still good. Now, I think this is a better upgrade. The other thing that they actually upgraded as well is the train itself. You do have to pay to use it still, but you can also pay him to do one stop or two stops. So he'll either go one or he'll go two. But he can still go backwards randomly. You still can't decide whether he goes forwards or backwards. So whether you pick one or two, it doesn't really matter, because like if you want to go here, you're like, okay, well, I'll do two, and then it goes backwards, and then you're here anyway. So like, it doesn't matter, really. Like, it's a gamble. It's more of a gamble than anything. It's like, if you're wanting to get to a specific one, then you're just like, you'll go forward technically either way, right? Like, the only time you won't, like, really gain anything, like, honestly, it's like you probably want to do two stops mostly. Like if I want to go to, like, this Boo, it's like, I'm probably going to do two from here. But at the same time, I might not do... This is not one that you want to use very often, because you're going to miss out on both the item shop and the Boo. So it's like, this one, probably not as often, unless you're banking on, like, going backwards and going to this one for this shop and this Boo to, like, get into, like, this part of the map. It can still be useful for going around to different spots, like for chasing the stars, but if you're looking strictly at, like, the events, not as valuable for this one. This one, a little bit more value. Moving one gets you here, which, again, item shop, Boo, good. But if you go backwards, if you end up on this one, right, then, oh, item shop, Boo, still useful. This is the best place to use the train, because no matter which one you end up at, you're getting an item and you're getting Boo. Either way, it's golden. It's like these two straight stations are better for drop-off points. This one is better as a riding point, which again is why the ticket item is so good on this board, because on a movement side of things, it works on any of them, because if you're trying to get to any specific part of the board, getting to any of them will let the train get to you and help you move better. But also, like, just getting it here. Go in here. If the train's not here, then hey, I can immediately teleport to one of the other ones and get an item and Boo really quick again. That's good. And again, on defense, or that's on defense, on offense, using it to hit other people is still very valuable. And most of the time, you might get both of those like outcomes at once. You might move where you want to go and hit somebody that you want out of the way at the same time. This board is like almost perfect. It's practically perfect at this point. Like, it's so hard for me to like find something wrong with it. It's like I guess the only thing is that there isn't like more unique events. Like, again, it's like other than the standard stuff like shops and booze and stuff, like the train obviously is the main like gimmick of the board, but like we have happenings that just move the train and Hootenanny, and that's it. But sometimes bare bones, like, you know, like this is a board that you know everything what to expect. You can plan efficiently here. You can still do crazy plays. You can still do a lot of crazy stuff. The routes changes are phenomenal. The layout is fantastic still. The shop placements, the boost placements, everything here fucking rocks. This is by far the best board in the series. Like, I can't argue anything else being better than this rendition of Western Land. It's damn good. It's damn good. So excited that this board is as good as it is. Nothing in the series can top this for me. I think, generally speaking, for me, Waluigi Island is still like my personal favorite board for me, because it's you know, it's just nostalgic. Mario Party 3 is like my favorite Mario Party. And I just love, I love more chaotic energy in my boards. Like, typically, I love, like, just the biggest bullshit that a board has to offer. But, damn, it was a close call. It is a close call. It's funny that, like, the two desert levels are just, like, so fucking good. And it's like they went out because the strategy on them is just so fucking good. I love the complexity of strategy that you get on these boards. And it's just fun. It's just fun. Yeah, damn good. Jamboree has 3 top tier boards. It's the most out of any game. Mario Party 3 finally dethroned. Now, is Jamboree my favorite game in the series? Probably still not. It's really hard. Jamboree is like probably my top 3 now. Jamboree is probably my top 3 games. 3, 6, and Jamboree are probably my favorite. But it's like, oh man. It's just, I'm so glad that Mario Party is back at like such a strong existence now. Because like, we only can go uphill from here. And I really hope that we do get, like, maybe some, like, if we do get more boards as DLC, because I'm hoping that they listen to us. I hope that they listened and actually do, DLC boards. Because they didn't for Superstars, and I think they still should have. And they probably still could. They honestly still could. The fact that both games just work on the Switch too anyway, you could easily do, you know, either. Yeah, I would like them to do more. I would like more, but I mean, Jamboree already has plenty. Jamboree is a fantastic game. I think Jamboree is phenomenal. I think there's not a whole lot that Jamboree can do wrong at this point. Like, there are, like, still, like, critiques and issues that you can have with Jamboree overall. But, like, nah, this game's fucking sick, dude. This game's so fucking good. I can't hide my love for it. I think it's such a smart Mario Party game. And the fact that it, like, came off the heels of Super is, like, nuts. The fact that we went from Super to this is insane. I can't believe we went from Super to this. I mean, technically we had Superstars in between, but that is basically just like we reworked like N64 Mario Party, which is fine because that's also still great. But like to go from new games specifically that aren't just like rehashing old stuff, from Super to this, it's a fucking mind blow that it's as good as it is. But yeah, that is the Mario Report tier list ranking. I feel pretty. I think I feel pretty set on this at this point. I think this feels right for the boards. I think I would. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really want to change. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring Sweet Dream down to that's a board. I'm gonna bring that one down for sure. Yeah, I think that one can go down. I probably, you know what? I'm gonna bring down DK Jungle. I think that one I would definitely bring down. Is there anything I'd move up? I don't think so. I think everything is pretty much like... I think everything is pretty much set. I feel like I like pretty much everything else here that we got going on. And again, like, I mean, my feelings can flip-flop every now and then too, so, like, who knows how things will play out if I hate this list, like, down the road or anything. But right now, I think I like it. Right now, I do think I like it. So, yeah, that's it for this series. I want to thank everyone who's like, if you've watched this entire series, thank you for watching this. Glad you got to hear my individual thoughts on everything. There's probably things I missed on every board as well. Like there's so much stuff that can go into these boards and when talking about them, especially when you're talking like on a game by game basis. But no, overall, it's like fantastic. Like I had a lot of fun with this, and I appreciate anyone who's like watched any of these streams or these videos if you're watching these VODs. But that's where my that is where I'm gonna end this video. So the VOD. So if you're watching the VOD right now, thank you for watching the VOD. Really appreciate it. And I will see you on another VOD or on a stream. Come check me out live as well. But otherwise, thank you for watching the series. Take care. Bye-bye.